Real quick before the video starts, I recently opened up channel memberships, so if you would like to support the channel and the work I do here, you're more than welcome to. It's only $2 a month. You get access to like custom emojis and custom badges and stuff, as well as members only content. Without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Sometime in the early 2000s, a set of rules of the internet was created and spread through sites like 4chan and Encyclopedia Dramatica. Some of these rules would change and evolve over time, but some of the more notable ones that have stood the test of time are the infamous Rule 34, as well as Rule 63, the latter of which pretty much means that if a character exists, there's going to be a gender-swapped version of them. Although unrelated in practice, the term R63 is a play on this internet rule, and in today's video, we're going to be diving down the NSFW rabbit hole of R63 Roblox content on YouTube. Now that you have an idea of where the term R63 came from, naturally we should start things off by answering the question, what even is this whole Roblox R63 thing? For starters, I think it's important to establish two basic facts of the Roblox platform. Number one being the ability to customize your avatar to your liking, whether that be the clothing you wear, hairstyles, as well as your body. And number two being that the Roblox community is mostly made of kids and minors. I think we can all agree that if a platform such as Roblox has a lot of kids using it, efforts to moderate the content as best as possible should be made, and if suggestive content were to somehow bypass moderation, it should be patched up immediately. However, in 2021, a myriad of these R63 boxes would pop up on the platform's game engine, Roblox Studio, and upon revealing the contents within these boxes, users would be met by inappropriate character models that definitely shouldn't have made the cut. For a while, the problem persisted, and although the moderation team did take a step in the right direction by filtering out the term R63, that wasn't enough to completely resolve the issue, as users would find ways around it and continue to upload the suggestive models. As a result of the explicit content running rampant on the platform, trolls within the Roblox community would start fighting against this content by essentially baiting and switching. In other words, instead of a suggestive R63 model being within the box, something else entirely would appear, either with the message trolling the user or some sort of meme justifiably clowning on whoever's unironically searching for the explicit material. Nowadays, it's these troll boxes that remain, since Roblox mods thankfully stepped up their game in this regard, and these models no longer seem to be findable by typing in R63 or other related search terms. Admittedly, I got a kick out of just exploring the various memes trolls used, so it's good to see the Roblox community having done their part in discouraging the spread of these models. Although today you'd be hard pressed to find any R63 by directly looking for it in the Roblox Studio marketplace, unfortunately it remains prevalent on the YouTube platform. Back in March of this year, I dropped a video regarding LCGate content, which is a whole other rabbit hole of suggestive kids content using characters from franchises that are popular with children, such as Sprunky and the Amazing Digital Circus. While doing research for that video, one of the channels I stumbled across went by the name Raiden AM, and there was one video they have up in particular that caught my attention. And I'll be completely honest with you, I have no idea why YouTube hasn't stepped in and taken this video down yet. The video starts off with an NSFW 18+ warning, followed by a character being shown going up to a door trick-or-treating. When the door opens up, uncensored Roblox is then shown, and I find it absolutely insane that this is even allowed on YouTube. The video clearly breaks YouTube's nudity content policy, as it states, quote, "This policy applies to real-world dramatized, illustrated, and animated content, including scenes, video games, and music." When I was reporting all of the LCGate content I found that broke YouTube's guidelines, I was successful getting this one channel called Rule 34 Videos Age Restricted, which has YouTube shorts showing literal uncensored. If you ask me, I think this channel should be outright banned, and I'm surprised it's not, since not only does the profile picture have uncensored breasts, to add insult to injury, these videos altogether have amassed over 3 million views. YouTube's lack of moderation in certain corners of the site is something I believe needs to be fixed, and cracking down on this kind of content should be prioritized over unrightfully censoring the creators calling it out, with one example that comes to mind being No Text to Speech, a channel that raises awareness and calls out degenerate behavior online. He even took to Twitter pointing out how YouTube completely removed an informative video of his shedding a light on degenerate Discord servers, and yet content is allowed to exist on the platform completely monetized without any issues. It's crazy that YouTube decides to punish the channels trying to spread awareness of harmful content to kids, yet seemingly turns a blind eye to the many videos on YouTube, including the ones part of this R63 rabbit hole of content. Simply searching for R63 on YouTube is going to bring up tons of results, and some of these videos are pulling in millions of views. The top video, for example, has over 1 million views, and it's by a channel called Bureau Slav. Taking a look at this channel, there's no mistaking that some of their videos videos are clips taken directly from Roblox. Granted, they are cropped, and although some of their videos have gotten age restricted, a lot of them still aren't. I'd like to point out once again YouTube's guidelines on content like this, because according to their policies, most of this channel's videos shouldn't be able to exist without at least an age restriction. There's so many channels in this pocket of YouTube, some of them being on the more mild side, such as channels like Roblox Animation Heat or P Thailand, and regardless of how overt the content may or may not be, the fact still remains that these thumbnails and videos depict content that's ultimately meant to be gratifying. More examples like Saram Roblox have thumbnails that are obviously meant to arouse certain decisions. However, the content doesn't at all reflect what's in the thumbnail, and even if some of these channels' videos don't contain whatever's in the thumbnail or are just supposed to be memes, they straight up just shouldn't be on YouTube. Take this other channel called 3shine Roblox for example. Again, whether or not these are just memes, at the end of the day, undertones exist in these videos, and I believe given that Roblox's community has a lot of minors within it, it's most likely them who are stumbling across these videos. Curse Jojo R63 is yet another interesting R63 channel, and taking a look at their thumbnails, you'll notice that some of them have text saying Discord or full in profile, and I really wish this was just clickbait, but I actually took a look at the server they were promoting, and let's just say what they're posting most definitely wouldn't be allowed on YouTube. I'm pretty sure this is in violation of YouTube's external links policy, which states, quote, "Don't post links in your content on YouTube if they direct users to content that violates our community guidelines." And suffice to say, the uncensored versions of what's being shown in their videos technically wouldn't be allowed on YouTube. Next, we have a channel simply named R63 containing obvious Roblox animations. We also have Quirkify, a channel that doesn't have many videos, but just like with all the aforementioned channels, the two they do have, of course, are in nature, not only in the thumbnails but also within the videos themselves. One thing that's interesting to note about Quirkify is that in the description, they're using the hashtag Sprunky, which is a popular mod of the game in credit box created by a young developer going by the name NeUncleBFLol. I'd like to note that this mod isn't inherently. However, while working on my last Elsagate video, it didn't take much for me to find content by simply searching for Sprunky on YouTube, and to an extent that still seems to be the case today. This same notion applies when taking a look at the hashtag Sprunky, as some of the top videos in this tag are from the biggest channels producing Sprunky content, such as a channel called Mushroom Animation, as well as the behemoth of a channel that is Gummidora. So it seems like Quirkify is trying to make their videos searchable not only on the R63 pocket of the platform, but also on the Elsagate side of YouTube as well. The existence of the next relatively large and growing channel that's currently gaining hundreds of subscribers and amassing thousands of views per day is mind-boggling to say the least. They go by the name Uni44, and this channel isn't hiding behind any sort of meme, they're just straight up showing softcore Roblox. These videos have titles like Girl with Cream, Girl Sunbathing, Bunny Girl, Roblox R63 Death Fart, upon many other videos that are obviously intended to be arousing. I took a look at the description of many of these videos, and from what I can tell, none of these videos are receiving any age restrictions, and I find that to be absolutely ridiculous, because I guarantee you, if I were to show you any of this channel's content uncensored, I'd get demonetized or age restricted. Now, I'm not mad about anything that I'm about to mention, as it's just water under the bridge at this point, and I also understand YouTube's reasoning for doing such, but a couple years back I had two videos covering certain pockets of Elsagate content, both of which I made an effort to censor as best I can. However, despite this, they still got demonetized. But when I see channels like this that are able to exist without any issues, I find it to be pretty confusing to say the least. One last thing I'd like to point out is that underneath YouTube's age restriction guidelines, this channel is in clear violation of their nudity and suggestive content policy. The very last channel I want to talk about is one that goes by the name Ashley Roblox, and if we take a look at the videos they have, there's 4 that are available, all of which are essentially censored gameplay footage taken from Roblox condo games. And for those who are unaware, in a nutshell, Roblox condos are basically Roblox games that you're not going to find by simply searching for them on the Roblox platform, but rather they're mainly available via Discord servers that constantly post updated links to these games, since they frequently get taken down given that they go against Roblox's terms of service. What's even more funny is that in the comments section of almost all of their videos, the creator likes to put a disclaimer saying for educational purposes only. I'll be completely honest with you, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what exactly in the Harry Potter is educational about these games, because the only thing I'm learning by looking at their channel, including their YouTube shorts which have even more R63 videos, as well as censored clips of Roblox condo gameplay, is that they have a thing for harmful and strange Roblox content to say the least. When you mix the two primary colors blue and yellow, they make the color green, the color of one of the most common botanical life forms on Earth, known as Poaceae, also known as Gramineae, which is, quote, a large and nearly ubiquitous family of monocotyledonous flowering plants commonly known as grasses. Any area mostly inhabited by plant life is bound to have some grass, and so the easiest and most efficient way to encounter this beautiful plant is to exit your place of dwelling and search for it, as they typically don't live indoors. According to the Research Association appreciation for common sense. Studies show that viewers of strange content online have noticed an increase of normalcy in their lives as a result of interacting with the aforementioned grass species of botanical life.